Hi, I'm Jim coming to you from our pressure washer division. I'm here to talk about our replacement pressure washer pump options. In the pressure washer world, there's really only two styles of pressure washer pumps. There's horizontal shaft and vertical shaft. And what I'm here to talk about today are vertical shaft, and that's where the pump sits below the motor. There's a couple different styles of mounting options for the vertical shaft pressure washer, and it's either a three-legged mount, where it actually uses the bolts of the motor to hold the pump up and the motor down, and a 4-bolt flange that the 4 bolts actually bolt directly into the frame of the motor. You'll just have to decide which one you have when you remove yours and purchase correctly. Actually, the 3-legged pumps typically will replace a 4-bolt mount also. The number one important factor of a vertical shaft pressure washer pump is that the shaft of your motor measures 7/8 inch diameter. So measure the shaft of the motor, and as long as it's 7/8 and it's got a keyway, it fits. A common problem when purchasing a replacement pump for a vertical shaft motor is the shaft diameter will be wrong. So prior to purchasing, measure the shaft on your motor, and if it's 7/8, you're good to go with our vertical shaft pumps. A lot of times, customers will order the identical pump on our website that has the 3/4 inch shaft. So just make sure that your motor shaft is 7/8 inch. A real common problem when purchasing these pumps is the customer will go by looks alone. And as you can see, these pumps look identical. This is meant for 7/8 inch vertical shaft mount, and this is meant for 3/4 inch horizontal shaft mount. So be careful when ordering, not to order by looks alone, and look at the description on our website. Another popular style of pressure washer pump vertical shaft would be the 3-legged mount. These 3 legs use the same bolt pattern as the motor mounts. So the same bolts that hold the motor down hold the pump up. But there's 2 different styles, and you got to be careful. Once again, don't purchase by sight alone or by visuals. These pumps look identically the same, but they're 2 different styles. The mounting flanges are 180 degrees opposite. So the most common mount is where the tubes, the inlet and outlet tubes, come out of the front of the frame or also on the side of the spark plug, where the spark plug is. Some models have the inlet and outlet tubes coming out of the back of the machine because there's accessory items that are on the front of the machine. These tubes are always opposite the spark plug. So make sure you have this in mind when you place your order. When you receive your vertical shaft replacement pump, they are shipped ready to install. With one variation, most of our pumps come with what they call a thermal relief valve, and that's this valve right here. And sometimes we get phone calls from customers that say, what is this black thing in the bottom of the box? And it's this diverter that fell off during shipping. So just snap that back on. What these thermal relief valves do is open internally if the pump was to run and bypass too long. That is, if you let go of the trigger, walk away from the pressure washer and let it run without the trigger being pulled for probably about a minute, minute and a half. If you see water dribbling out of this, that means this pump has got too hot. So you don't want to see that happen. But that's what the thermal relief valve is. But there are some pumps, and it's explained on the website whether it comes with or without, that come with the open port, meaning that you would have to remove the thermal relief valve off your old pump that you're replacing and install it in the port in the new pump. Otherwise, we sell the thermal relief valves as an accessory item, as a related item on the product page, so you can add that to your cart when checking out.